Good morning, welcome. Welcome to Tao House, welcome to Tao USA lecture on Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. This morning I want to share with the thought. It's called contrast and promise. Contract and promise. Interesting, isn't it? Alright, so I thought about last night, I wake up in the middle of the night, thought about it. Oh, there is a contract, then there is a promise. So, interesting. So what's the contrast and promise mean to you? Obviously, in the material life, we quite often talk about contract and promise, right? So, often is you have a contract, so the contract being dragged. So what's the condition on the contract, right? What's the condition? Then agree. Then what? Sign a contract. Then you follow the contract, follow the condition, right? Condition. But during the period of time of executing this contract, some people what? Slowly try to change the contract, right? Some people outperform the contract, right? So in the end, break the contract, or what? Done much better in reward in contract. You see? So that is what I try to talk about today. So what is contract in the spiritual world? To us, in Taoism, Buddhism, and many other religions in the world, there's always say there is a promise, there is a contract. So for example, in US currency, inside we say one word, say what? In God we trust. Right? So, well, God trusts you. Did you trust God? That's one thing. So now we're going to make an analogy of what Taoism and Buddhism believe. They believe life has a karma, life has reincarnation and karma. So when Taoism has gone a little bit another direction, when we say about a contract and promise, see when the reincarnations happen is what Taoism believe. The reincarnation happen in result of borrowing a credit. You borrowing a credit from God, so you come back to reincarnation to fulfill your promise, right? In hoping return your credit, right? In hoping return the credit. So others believe reincarnation in result of being processed or being suffered or being forced to pay the credit. And now, so your next life come back is to pay the credit. So that many religions believe many human is a sinner, original sinner, right? Taoism just say you borrow the credit, so you gotta have to perform in this life journey and fulfill your promise, and then earn the credit, then hopefully you are outperforming on what you promise. You see that? That's the difference, okay? So we're not very in the passive way. It's more positively engaged, actively engaged. So what is the contract? The contract is between a human and God, between a human and Tao in my religion. Okay? It's we promise to the Tao, we promise to the God that this is the contract we draft, then we're going to follow. In us, in each human being, a contract means a person's intelligence, a person's physical body, and their own original spirit. Each human being has their own lineage spirit. So you and your own spirits make the contract. Okay? Or you make contract between you and the Tao, or you and the God. It's the contract. So what is the content of the contract then? Okay? Content of contract in my religion was saying you promise do everything you can to perform to returning spiritual home. Return to spiritual home. That's your contract. So you gotta come back. Come back. Don't be wandering priest. We call it wandering on a journey and get lost. Right? You gotta what? Come back. Yes, you're going out, wandering the world, and then you what? You come back home. And that's the what? That is the contract, right? So, it's interesting the contract inside has condition, right? 1 and 2 and 3. Crawl 1, crawl 2, crawl 3. So, Taoism contract is very simple. 3 crawl. Very 3 crawl. And that's what we call 3 treasure of the Tao. 1 is called what? Conscience. The contrast is what? In the contract draft, that each human being need to remember the original kindness. Original kindness, original virtue, which is called conscience. Conscience make us not forget that we what? We make contract with God. We make contract with our spirits. We are intelligent and super intelligent being. We're not animal. Okay, that's the difference. Is we have conscience. Okay, we're conscious knowing right or wrong, virtuous, unvirtuous, right? We know justice and we also know unfair, right? So that's a human's what? The spiritual contract. So we know where we came from, and conscience let us remember the original being of who we are. Remember that we came from spiritual world. Remember we are all immortal in this world, just disguised in this life journey as a human. So we still remember we are immortal. So we're not an unvirtuous being. So in other words, we remember that. So remember the home. Conscious means remember home. Remember who you are. So now you're going to walk out the door. Please don't forget it. Just like a father, mother taught the children, and the children ready for the journey say, please remember this is your home. Don't forget it. So that's called don't forget your original heart, original soul, original belief, original quality of being a human being. Not so unkind. It's just like, in the Western language, you call somebody very negative person, say you are animal, right? And instead say you are a being, you are a human being, but you are animal, which is very negativity common towards somebody who has no virtue, who's so their activity so much against humanity. So that's not a human being no more, because human being understand what's called conscience, what's called kind, what they call treating each other nice, right? So if somebody being called animal, which is somebody forgot the original heart, original soul. So there's the first clause is conscience, right? Second clause is called what? Mercy. So what's called mercy? Mercy. So what's a mercy mean to us? Mercy is called 众生平等 in Chinese mean 10,000 things are equal. Mercy made you understand we are equal. What? We all came from the same home. Right? We all come from the same home. Right now we might be look color differently, culture might be differently, we might eat differently, we educate might be differently, we grow in different environment, right? So maybe we have a different, but we all come from the same source, same original source. So that means what? Mercy to let everybody understand we came to this world all in result of borrowing the credit. So let's have mercy. We all understand we all owe credit. Okay? So what? We all equal. Somebody borrowed a little bit more than another person. That's all. Right? Sometimes, right? Somebody say, I want $1 million house, so you borrow $1 million mortgage. So, you know what I'm saying? Somebody say, I just need $150,000 house, so you see what I mean? But in result, you all have to pay the credit back anyway. So what? Mercy makes us understanding, we all in result of mercy of God. You see? In mercy of God that we are here to enforce our life. And then what? To enforce our promise to do it. So everybody's the same in result of borrowing credit. In this life, we all need to work on the credit. So mercy makes us understand we all human. So we all have stress in the life. We all struggle. We all try to be smart. We all try to take control. We all try to work hard to pay the credit and his mortgage. So we all having this different way of going, how to earn the credit, how to pay back our mortgage. So therefore, we need to respect of each other's way. Okay, we need to respect our every way, and we also understand we has all the sympathy for each other. Right? We all borrow mortgage, right? We have sympathy for each other, understand each other, respect of each other. See, that is what called mercy. Mercy in the end, in Taoism, mercy is also mean what? We all understand. We are human beings. We are walk on the mud world, the world of mud, the world of dust. Okay, we all on the dusty world. We all on the muddy world. So we all struggle through, try to understand this mud mean, this dust mean. Don't become victim of the mud and the dust. We need accumulating wisdom. We need to come up from the nutrient of life, nutrient of material life, and then eventually break through and get to the enlightenment. So that is mercy's meaning in Taoism. You got it? So the third core condition in our contract we call forgiveness. Forgiveness. What's a forgiveness? Forgiveness, especially today in a very chaotic world today, we need to look into the ancient wisdom to find a way of understanding each other, live life in peace. Meaning some interest group beneath, the world doesn't have enough resource to survive. So the only solution is wipe out population and kill each other. Right? The way is 20% need to live, 80% need to die. Okay? So notice it's not a solution. That's a very unvirtuous solution. So we need to find a solution. How can we all be thrift with resource? Be conscious about environment, protecting environment, to stop unvirtuous deed, which is waging the war, waging the murder and killing each other. So for doing that, we need to learn what's called forgiveness. What's forgiveness? It gives you three essence. One is called what? Balance, harmony, and unity. Okay, that's the key for forgiveness. In the Taoism philosophy and Taoism theory and Taoism the way of life is teaching you three things, right? Balance, harmony, and unity. So we need a balancing of each other, because there is no absolutely a polarity. Life always has polarity, but it's not absolute. It's only relatively balanced. So we need to understand sometimes one side is gain, one side lost, then turn around, this side gain, the other loss. There is no absolute gain or loss. So we need to understand the balance. So if you understand balance for myself to speaking, I need to understand myself. How to find balance within myself. Then I can find a balance between me and you. Then I find a balance between me and God. Right? How to balance. Okay? Balance giving what? When you start finding relative balance, then you find harmony. Just like somebody walking on juggling on the tightrope. Cross over the high elevation. You got to go like this. You have to find balance first. Only balance you can find the harmony. You can walk, right? You can walk. So that's what's called harmony. Harmony is internally between body, mind, and spirit. That's harmony. Okay? Harmony between spiritual and material. That's harmony. Right? Harmony between a family, even just a family speaking, sibling, children and parenting, they have to find harmony. Right? Harmony from this family to another family, multiple family, that's called community. And community, that's called country. Country and country, that's called global. That's a harmony. So we find. So what's harmony begin in result of one person finding its own balance and harmony. Right? So you see, God set the condition really good, isn't it? So the third one is called unity. Unity, and we know that we can't walk on this tight road to the destination alone. There's a lot of support. A lot of people, visible and invisible, support your mission. You can't do this alone. Okay? So in the unity, the world and harmony, it requires everybody united to finish a mission together. Right? We are not alone. We can't live alone. We can't do a mission alone. Okay? This life is not about fighting. This life is about walk your journey. Walk your journey with the best quality of joy and happiness. So journey is about unity to finish to a destination with the most joy and most happiest result. Okay? You cannot be alone. Some people say, don't mind my business. I'm the best. So you can't say that. You can't say one person right, that means 10,000 people is wrong. Okay? So we are all together to find unity, especially this modern world. This modern world more than ever call for unity. This is a global citizen. We are all global citizens. We are all global family. Okay? We need to unite together. Okay? And if they're making a joke, many religions call this is living hell. The global is a living hell. But what? Now, why not we unite together to break out a prison break? Because prison break you can't do alone. You have to be what? Every one of you have to experience the conscience of mercy and forgiveness together so we can break this prison. You see what I mean? And then hell no longer exists. When everybody can love, can unity, can mercy, can be conscious, there is no more hell. Right? Hell's only mean when somebody's against somebody. Right? There's a murder, there's a robbery, there's injustice, there's do all kind of negative thing that totally against a contract that you sign with God. Then it become hell. You see what I mean? So God said there's 3 conditions on the contract. Okay? The result of contract is pay back the mortgage and you're free. Simple, right? And you come back outperforming contract even better. The door of heaven will be open. You're invited. Right? See that? The door never being locked. They say that the door to heaven, the gateway to immortality, never lock. Never lock. It's always free entrance. But the only way you can get in there, you have to find the simplicity. Your spirit has to be able to conditionalize it, able to walk into the gate. That is only that you fulfill the 3 conditions. That's all. Very simple, right? So, okay, very beginning, when we sign contract and we make promise to ourselves. So when you go borrow a mortgage, would you ask yourself, do I have ability to pay this mortgage? Right? Your original say, yes, I can. I have a job. I have intention to pay back mortgage. Correct? I have a good job in Google. I think I can buy $1 million house. Right? Oh, I have a job in McDonald's. I think I can buy $150,000 job. You see what I mean? Everybody in the beginning saying, I have ability to pay back. And I'm willing to do so. Right? And so I'm grateful there is somebody who loaned me this money. Correct? And credit. So that's why I say in our Confucianism, in Chinese, Confucius say, original being, every human being, original quality is kindness. So we all have kindness. Okay, I'm very sincere. I'll sign a contract. I will do this. I will follow the condition and will fulfill it. Right? My promise. So, and then you say to yourself, I promise I will work hard, because if I don't work hard, I will be unable to fulfill. Right? I will work hard. I will keep this job. I will make the payment. You see it? You make a contract with yourself at the same time when you sign a contract with God. And we all do that. So therefore, our human being, very beginning, is extremely conscious. Every being when born is conscious, loving, mercy, smiling, joy, giggling, happy, right? We very sincere, right? Very sincere. So in the very beginning, the original intent is wonderful, very conscious. Okay? Then what happened after? Okay? We start getting education. Now we're learning about what's called little street smart. We learn the street smart, we learn the book smart, right? So we are influenced by the many things around us. That's called world of dust. World of the mud. There is always positive and negative. There is yin and yang. So what? Some people get yin more than the yang. Some people getting what? Shot and many, negativity, energy. So people start to play intelligent. And say what? Well, I think that condition on the 3, it need to be changed. Right? I think that's not so fair now. Right? It's not fair. So human using intelligence try to change original condition in the contract. So it's intelligent. So this what in Taoism always say, intelligence screw us up. Intelligence does screw us up. So we use all the intelligence. So we're fighting for money, for stature, for power, for control. So we persecute people. We act like heroes. We feel like victims, right? So we're playing all this triangle game in life. We're playing game and we try to one way changing condition. What's changing condition supposed to what? Supposed to, I sign contract with you, so now I want to change contract. It's supposed to communication, right? I suppose sit down communication to always why I want to change what? Condition. Then you better get consent. From the loaner, the people who loaned you money, they have to agree your term and changing condition. Am I right? So when your loaner do not agree condition change, why you change it? You got it? God will never change the 3 condition, original condition that signed with you. This is very important because God's goal is to invite you into the store. Understand? You're supposed to return home. Then only the 3 extreme conditions can get you into the door. So God said, I can't change condition, but if you want to wandering outside the door, then so be it. Right? So human use our intelligence, try to force entrance. Forced entrance doesn't happen, right? So then we use our intelligence changing our condition. So in the world of mud and the dust, in the world of material, we act like victim, we act like persecution, like a judge. Right? We feel like a hero. So we do all kind of things in this life. It's often meant one way breaching the contract. We one way try to changing condition. We do the thing, we use our intelligence, gain and loss. See, I do a little bit too much. Right? So I have a story to share. A man on a journey, a backpacker, journey, there's no, right? In this very late and cold evening, come to a house, see the light, right? Go knock on the door, and then who is this? Oh, who am I here? Why I'm here? I need a night under your roof. Is it okay? Right? Is it okay? They say, yes, as long as you enjoy yourself, you're okay to be here. Okay? So, the person start making his own way and lay under the roof and then realize there's a lot of snow up here. So the person pick up a balloon and start whipping. And it's like, well, it would be nice tomorrow work out a little bit better for me and for somebody else. So he start digging, shovel the whole driveway out, right? Start the driveway out, and the second morning, knock. Yes. I just want to say thank you for letting me overnight so I don't have to be on the snow, on the cold, right? So goodbye. So look at that. The person's what? Under the roof, he outperforming his what? The promise. He's outperforming. You see that? He doesn't have to do it. Correct? But the promise to stay, but he outperformed his promise. You see? So gain and loss is not often to be equal. Not often to be equal. Understand? So sometimes a boss give you a job, you outperforming or low performance. It's your choice. Understand that? So we understand this condition from the God. Are we going to outperforming or what? We're going to decrease our quality in our life by low performing. If in low performing, we'll be doing the same thing like everybody. Struggle through life. Use our so-called intelligence to gain control, to gain profit, to gain everything. So we call gain. But you know, the more you gain in the eye of God, the more you lose. The more you lose, the less opportunity you're able to walk into heaven. You see what I'm saying? So gain and loss is not equal and equal. Sometimes the more you give, the more you gain. Quite often that way. Quite often that way. Okay? So this is what I'm saying that we breach in the contract in result of us. Try to taking control or in result of us of fear of losing control, fear not able to walk into the door, fear not able to live the best quality in this material world. So we have so much fear and frightened and control issue. Then what happened in result? We go against the original 3 contract, 3 condition. So we lost conscience, right? We forgot about all life is equal. Right? We forgot about to be balanced and harmony, to unite with other people. So we become taker rather than contributor. Right? So we become the somebody goes totally against the contract. So we start breaking out our promise. The promise to the God, the promise to ourselves, the promise in a simple way, promise to people around you. That promise broke in result. As you know, if you break the promise, bank gonna foreclose your house. Right? It does. When a bank forecloses, that's called punishment. Right? Because there is a result. If you breach the contract, what happened? Right? That's condition after. So you know, this is what happened in our life, that we life after life after life in result of this miserable karma. As many religions say, karma is very miserable. Okay? And in result of reincarnations, life after life, journey after journey. In Taoism, just say, okay, you couldn't fulfill this, now you have to go to another journey. So death is beginning of another journey. Okay? Each life is just begin and end, begin and end, begin and end, forever, never say absolute end. Unless we start going back to look at that condition again and say, boys, I think I'm too tired going life after another life, right? It's over. Okay, forget it. Let me just be conscious. Finally, look at the condition, say, I will make the promise. I will fulfill my promise. I'll follow this promise and continue to walk through it, right? Unless we really look at it and take seriously with the contract that we sign, unless we truly consciously follow the condition, unless we can outperform our condition, that's also called the breaching contract, but it's nice breaching. Nice breaching is we're no longer just human, we will become immortal by outperforming the condition. So going our way to be leader in the spiritual world, to leading many people who still struggle in between whether I should follow contract, whether I should fulfill my promise, how to make the promise come to reality. So many people have to think about it, to live with integrity, self-respect, live with life with passion is not a struggle life. As long as we all follow our condition, life is not a struggle, is not a suffering life. Taoism in the religion never look at life as suffering, struggle, never call life as living hell. And we only say, Taoism only say, this life is we learn to growing into heaven. Alright, growing into heaven. This life is not we are waiting to go to heaven. Understand? We are not going to heaven. We're growing into heaven. Life is joyful, happy. Life should live with very passion. Right? The only thing we will make you suffer is when you breach that. When you don't keep your promise. And that's what happened. Okay? So, in the end, my lecture to you is what? Keep the promise. Follow the contract. There is a contract. So, you know what? Life is many people who do follow contract live life with peace, harmony, joyful, no guilt. Okay? But we do it, we fulfill it, I promise, I keep, right? When those people who honor the contract, who follow the promise, they often outperform the promise. And result is wonderful life, a unity life, joyful life, and become a true leader in the spiritual world. And the reward only happens when you go in front of God. Don't ask before going in front of God. Okay? And the reward will come in the 10,000 fold, as many religions say. And I hope you all feel good today. You all think about the contract. Okay? Follow through. Keep your promise. May Thou bless. May God bless everybody. Thank you.